Vancouver Marathon, huh?
Save on food. Macy's area since 1915.
Did you hear it? That's the Canadian Blood Services blood signal reminding each and every one of us to pick up the phone and make an appointment to donate blood. Because right now, there's a great need for blood. Blood that can save the life of a cancer patient, a car accident.
I think it's about 500,000 people running.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Call
There's a lot.
1-800-2 donate and book your appointment right now.
Running and running and running.
Yeah, I know, yesterday
Well,
was a
luckily
big
the
line
weather is cool
around.
today.
Huh?
I said weather is cool today, so it's nice to run.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hope it won't rain for the...
This song so much.
Well, they're all prepared for the rain.
Danny and a mic. Hey Danny, go ahead.
Probably like one...
A round ball about the same size as the triangular piece of pie, and that ball's Stanley Park. So the closest you live to the tip of the pie, the closest yard to Stanley Park is your backyard. The closest yard to the Ocean Street slices down the center of the pie, from the crust of the pie to the tip of the pie. So if you ever get lost or misdirected, remember that downtown Vancouver looks like a piece of pie. Robson Street cuts it. We're about 20, 25 Celsius, 70 to 80 Fahrenheit. The 2 weeks a year, it might go below freezing. Or the 2 weeks a year, it might go over 80 Fahrenheit or 25 Celsius. Never gets hot, never gets cold. The hottest summer in the recorded history of Vancouver, 4 separate days where we broke 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 Which reverses direction depending upon the time of day. So in the morning rush hour, 2 lanes in, the afternoon rush hour, 2 lanes out. So as I go over the bridge, we're going over Vancouver's harbor, which is not a river, it's not a lake, it's salt water, 200 feet deep on average, 60 meters of depth. Over your right shoulder behind you is the piece of pie, the downtown core. The mushrooms of buildings in the distance are the city centers of our surrounding 17 separate suburban metropolitan, municipal areas. Everything on the far side of the bridge is what the locals call the shore, or the North Shore. North Vancouver on the right is a bit more blue collar, a bit more industrialized, shipyards, dockyards, warehouses. It is where we spend our day because the bridge and the hatchery and the mountain are all technically in North Vancouver. On the left-hand side is Hollyburn Ridge, and Hollyburn from the air looks like a letter L. This is the bottom of the L. If you drive along the short arm of the L and around that sharp corner in the distance to the left and up the long arm of the L, it's a 75-mile or 125-kilometer drive to the ski resort of Whistler, which is where it was yesterday. That's where they had all the outdoor events for the Olympics. Below us on the right is a native Indian. Get off of it immediately. It's not supposed to swing. You loiter on that bridge, give me about 5 minutes, okay? I gotta park the bus in the appropriate place and I lock it up. Whenever we leave the bus today, I lock it or I stay with it. I do encourage people, take your cameras, take your wallets, but by all means, leave your odds and ends on the bus if you want to, souvenirs that you pick up the bus.
So what you're going to find is that by making the dam and stopping the salmon, we made that pier behind it. That's bigger than it looks. So the salmon hit that barrier, they can't jump over it. What do they do? Where do they go? We made a tunnel that leads them into the hatchery, and it's a one-way trip. Now that happens naturally because of the big difference between an Atlantic salmon and the Pacific salmon. Atlantic salmon survive this. Pacific salmon do not. They spawn once and they expire. That's their life cycle, right? So you got to be careful with these conservation efforts, right? Because the salmon that you catch in the ocean, they're all virgins, right? You haven't had a chance to reproduce, right? So I want you guys to know Sitka spruce, and then we have ponderosa. We don't have ponderosa pines on the island. We got Douglas fir, and then hemlock and cedar. Those are the main ones. Yeah. This is a bear-proof garbage can, right? If a bear ever finds food, they remember that spot for the rest of their life. You want a bear in your rubbish, because if they found food here once before, they're going to come back. When you live in Vancouver, on the North Shore, you're not allowed to put your rubbish out the night before garbage day. You got to put your garbage out the morning of. You're responsible for securing your garbage. These public garbage cans are bolted into the ground, so the bears can't knock them over, and you can't open them unless you stick your finger to the back and push the button, right? And the bears aren't able to do that, right? So you're going to find there's a lot of bears around here. I've seen more bears the last 10 years than I've ever seen in my life, because they estimated about 20,000 bears a year in British Columbia were dying to poaching, because there's a lot of cultures around the world that believe in the aphrodisiac powers of a bear's gallbladder, and on the black market, bears' gallbladders are selling for about $12,000 or $13,000 a piece. But to be quite frank with you, now that we got Viagra, who wants to eat a bear's gallbladder? And the black market for bear's gallbladders now is about $2,000. So Viagra's saving the bears. This is just a pictorial essay showing you what happens inside the hatchery. The salmon are taken inside where they're going to be destroyed because they're going to die anyway. They take out the sperm and the egg and they put it in a really shallow tray, like a cookie tray, because you get fertilization rate from that. This has to be done in fresh water because salt is going to sterilize the sperm and the egg, right? They live in fresh water about 1.5 years. You got to get a certain size, constitution, or hormonal balance to survive that immersion from fresh water to salt water. They're about yay big or so. They survive the sharks and the fishermen and everything else, and when it's time to come back to spawn, they come back exactly where they were born. Because as they're growing up, they genetically imprint the flavor of the water, the smell of the water, the taste of the water, however you want to refer to it. Now the important thing to remember is the salmon remember what the water used to taste like. But they've been in the ocean now, right, for 3, 4, 5 years, and during that time period, types of industrial endeavors and the discharges into the river, types of logging practices and the silt and debris that it causes, types of agricultural fertilizers that leach to the soil. If you change the flavor of the water too much, the salmon don't recognize it, they won't come back, and you just killed the river. So if you're going to forfeit all of these economic opportunities on your river to make sure that salmon come back, you want to make sure a salmon born in your river is your salmon, right? But if a salmon is born in a Canadian river, does that make it a Canadian salmon? Because it's out in the middle of the ocean. And the salmon spawn in a clockwise direction. And all the fishermen in California and Oregon complain, you guys in Washington State, you got too many salmon, those are ours. The guys in Washington State complain, you Canadians caught too many salmon, those were ours. And everybody likes to blame Alaska that had first shot at it and didn't leave enough for the rest of us, right? So that's what the salmon war's all about, right? They figured when the Europeans first arrived here, we were getting 150 million salmon a year up the Fraser River. A good run now is about 10 million. So these hatcheries are important because in the typical mating, only half a dozen salmon survive. At the hatcheries, hundreds survive. But Mother Nature weeds out the small, weak ones, so by protecting and nurturing them, we get more salmon, but these salmon are a bit smaller, maybe, right? So this is not a salmon farm, it's a salmon hatchery, right? It's different. So I'll show you the ladder where they jump in. So they get pretty stressed out. What do they do? Where do they go? Every couple of days when that fills up, they take the biggest salmon inside, and you know what they do to them, right? And then they turn their carcasses into cat food, dog food, and fish meat. You can't eat these salmon, there's nothing wrong with them, but the reason that they die is they stop eating. Even if their favorite food in here, they will not eat it. And they're consuming their own body. And they get sores on their body, they lose an eye, and if you wait too long, they get kind of mushy. So the salmon we want to eat are the salmon in the ocean, more so than the salmon here. I am going to give you guys some free time to wander around. I'll just show you where the babies are, and then I'll cut you loose, okay? Those blue troughs are filled with tens of thousands of baby salmon because they feed better in a more enclosed area. As they get a little bit older, they transfer them to these larger pools of water. This is untreated river water, because if you treat it or clean it, then they won't remember the right taste, right? They got the nets around it to protect it from the animals and the birds that will otherwise come in and have an easy meal. And they feed them herring, so they don't make them eat mom and dad, which is kind of nice to know, right? After 1.5 years in these tanks, they're released into the river. Out to the ocean they go, survive the sharks and the fishermen, and about 1% make it back to spawn. About 20% are caught and eaten by us and the others.
Yeah. But, you know, because something that tried
Tomorrow, 40% chance of rain.
That's kind of weird.
He did say that his son loved to fish. We expect that his son loved to fish on the access to the field. You know, logging was beginning to take place on the other side. The other side.
Does that recycle the air on the plane?
Well, no.
And the old thing they used to fry with. And over there, that's how they used to grind the meat and sift the flour, all hand cranked. Never mind any processors, any Cuisinarts or processors or anything. No plugs, Evan. Everything was by hand. They didn't have Kindles, they didn't have iPads. Not electronics, everything was by hand and grain.
That was everybody.
That's past the bridge. So, wow. Granny, look at this. Granny, look at this awesome sight. Oh, wow. Yeah, I would say that.
Like I said before, like do a job like well, other than do like
देखिए उन्होंने बनाई ने स्टैम्प
Pag wala bang tiyari mapas.
就是一点下不去桥了。Second, I think.
On the other side of the trading post.
Okay. 와요 머리야.
Saini's waiting of us to tell you.
ब्रिज ऑफ मीटिंग है
ऐसे नहीं पंगड़ा पाना
ओह
뛰지 마. I want to go. Go and get you out.
Guys, it's getting really busy.
हाँ वही है ना ट्री टॉप ਜਿਹੜੇ
adjustable tension. मैं पौड़ियाँ चढ़नियाँ से मैं तो बैठी हूँ.
ट्री टॉप एडवेंचर ट्री टॉप एडवेंचर में क्या
ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਖਿੱਚਦਾ ਹੂੰ.
That is out there. Hi.
हेलो
Is this our new numbers?
सिराज
指南针吗？
到哪儿吧？
再来，再来，要都照照。
在这里。那个。
大刘畅来这个，来这边。这边，这边，这样不背光，是吧？照几张吗？照几个。
और लाइटों भी लगाई हैं ना
Good.
Okay.
And they will take the circumference of the tree, the soil conditions, weather conditions, take that all into account and make a good estimate. And I think they can probably compare this tree to other trees that have been logged in the area, so they can already tell how actually yeah.
She wouldn't be good to bring it. I would be worried for people if I brought her.
That's a hawk?
She,
So in the environment you have it in, I mean, it's caged.
well, they all have their individual houses. I have
Like a pen like this, or
I have
something?
I have some are bigger.
You don't want the bee to sting him. I'm worried about him being stung on the foot because his foot is already very swollen. He's got injured feet, which is why he's unreleasable. So he's got a condition that attacks the muscles in the feet, and if he's got a bee sting, we don't know what kind of damage that should do. Forever, yeah, he is unreleasable. Unfortunately, they tried. They tried everything because his beak was actually broken too. The beak healed, but the feet, if it's a condition called bumblefoot, and if it's left untreated, then it becomes, the feet become irreparably damaged. He's about 2.5, we think. It's hard to tell.
Then again, seeing all these people behind,
Getting to stay behind the fence would be great things.
The most important thing in her world is an eagle's not dropping down. There's not another great one.
Yeah. If I were to hold up a penny a mile away, he'd be able to see the date on the penny.
Some people figure that she wants to
Pretty
meet
acute
her pet.
vision.
Really, she
They
doesn't.
can also see color. They can break down colors 8 times more than we can. So all the colors that we're seeing, they're seeing 8 more shades in that color.
That's one of about 15,000 feathers.
Vancouver's #1 horse.
बस नहीं दिशा
No carbs and whatever, and no sugar.
Wala ka pang 9 years old. Baka dito. 9.5.
3，完了吗？再来个这个，于老师。再来个这个。等着，再来个这个。
guys have fun. Oh, finally.
Fall back. Okay.
We're going to want to hold on to this. Hold on to this. I'm not going to like little yeah, no.
Woman, so crazy about no, she don't love me no more. I think I'll take the freight train, cause I'm feeling blue. Riding all the way to the end of the line, yeah. I'm thinking only of her. Just about to go insane. Well, I thought I lost my baby. Oh, how she used to call my name. If we ever come back and stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. Walking with my baby down by San Francisco Bay. In the morning, baby. Yeah, walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. In the evening, too. Yeah, walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay.
Relax. Not too much.
Number 25.
भाजी बर्गर जोखा जगह
So yeah, you're gonna find that at the start of the year it's kind of quiet, you know, in April things are just getting going, right? And then in May is when the cruise ships start coming, and that's when the Rocky Mountaineer tours start. And then in June, the kids go up.
That's something like running up there, right? Okay, we're all gonna fit, lots of room. I'm gonna make it.
Way up to the very top. Okay, the record I think was something like 24 minutes. Yeah.
Who was the guy that wanted to do how many times in a day?
I think he did it 16 times or something like that. Some guy for charity he tried to do it as many times in one day as he could. He did something crazy like that. Yeah. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Some people do it 2 or 3 times a day. They got a marathon in Vancouver called the Dog. It starts in Horseshoe Bay. It goes over Cypress Bowl into this valley. It goes to the top of this mountain down Lynn Valley. It goes to the top of Seymour Mountain and down to it's a marathon over the mountain.
You don't drive skis.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Aboard the Grouse Mountain Super Sky Ride. The trip will only take us about 4 minutes through skiing Grouse Mountain Chalet. About 3,700 feet or 1,100 meters above the city of Vancouver. Just coming into view below us there now. Now we're also just about to pass over our wolf habitat. Here we have our 2 timber wolves. There's 1 gray and 1 white male, which you might be able to see either side of the tram as we pass over these trees here. Down there on my side of the tram. Crazy out. So look all the way back down the platform. Just right across the parking lot for the Red Sky Ride. Up a gravel path, just right next to the wooden wolf statue down below there. Now, there are a couple of activities that are complimentary with your admission tickets today. On the main floor of the chalet is the entrance to the theater in the sky. We're currently presenting 3 shows there. Now, Born to Fly is a brief history of Grouse Mountain, combined with a scenic overview of southwestern British Columbia from an eagle's perspective. And that'll be showing every hour on the hour, and every hour on the half hour. It's done by Alpine Guest Services, just on the main floor of the chalet tonight. But now we are coming up towards towards our first tower now, we do tend to sway a fair bit here, so maybe we should just steady ourselves a bit. This also marks the halfway point on our journey up the mountain today. And about the same time as we pass the downhill car, we're going to go zoom by on my side of the trail here. That may appear to be moving faster than us, but it's actually traveling at the exact same speed. Anyway, if you guys have any questions on the journey up, my name is Brian. We'll do this as a friend.
David, se encontramos un oso,
There's silviculture, planting the tree. That's hard. Well, because you got to carry that backpack in the trees. You're bending over it yourself.
see, zip line.
Oh my God. Zip line. They see the kid from the zip. Got his couple of zip.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a good day. Go watch Lumberjack shows also.
Jokers in this doggone race. I got everything to lose, nothing to gain. I'm plumb sick of climbing these steep hillsides. Well, the seat of the brand new britches is slack. I think I got boss growing along. I'm just a little bit homesick. Well, I come out here to these big north woods, try and make a killing. I heard the wages was really good and the loggers' life is thrilling. I've been here quite a while and I've been a couple of times I was darn near killed. And I'm plumb sick to set me shorty in this doggone race. I got a pair of court boots and a tin hat. That big hug tender can go straight in the house and try to give somebody else the big mud.
Go get security. I'll talk to them. Hey! Hey, buddy! What are you doing up there?
I'm freaking out!
Yeah, but why are you climbing our tree?
Well, it's not my fault I'm up here.
What do you mean it's not your fault?
Well, I was up at that windmill thing earlier. And, well, I met
this girl up there. We were talking. You know, I thought things were going really good, so I asked her out on a date. You know what she told me? She told me to go climb a tree.
Okay, buddy, you've climbed the tree. You need to come down now.
No way. I'm going right to the top. That'll impress her, then she'll go out with me.
Yeah, I doubt it. Seriously, buddy, it's really dangerous.
Really tiring, too. Almost there, though. I'm not stopping now. Hey, look at that! There's been a cow up here! How do you think that happened?
No idea, buddy, but you need to come back down.
Hey, look at that! I made it!
Yay, you made it. Okay, buddy, you made it. We're all really impressed now. Come down.
Tell you what, I'll come back down in a minute, okay? Get up on my little rest up here first.
Okay, I guess take all the time you... Seriously, you are making me very nervous.
Hey, you think you're nervous? Oh, wow. Hey, you guys should see the view from up here.
You should see the view from down here.
Lady,
Yeah,
I got a little problem.
you got a problem?
I gotta go.
Don't you think you should have thought about that before you climbed the tree?
Oh, yeah, look, I know I should have, but I really gotta go. And rope pushing right on my ladder. I'm just gonna loosen it off a little bit.
Don't mess with your rope. No! Look what you've done.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, no kidding. You need your rope.
Duh. Think you can pass it back up?
No?
Guys, get your cameras out, quick! I'm blanking! Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
This is okay. I tell you what, just go on with the rest of your little show, all right? I got the best seat in the house!
Okay. Not a chance we're doing a show with you up there, buddy.
No?
Nope.
I bet you will. Tell you what, I'll get a little bit more comfortable and you come up with something funny to say.
Oh, now you dropped your spur.
It's okay, it's not mine. I don't have a rope, so what do I need these for?
Okay, I don't think you understand how much trouble you're in right now, buddy. You're 60 feet up a tree. Now you got no rope, no gloves, no spurs.
Yeah, no brains.
Clearly.
Grouse! Right here where I'm sitting!
What?
There's been a dirty bird up here. Look, I'm not sitting in this stuff.
You don't have a choice, do you?
I can try and stand up.
No, don't stand up. That's a bad idea.
I can do it.
Please don't.
Oh my
can't look.
God.
I can't look either.
Hey, look at what you're doing.
I think I stood up kind of quick. Hey, can you hear that?
Hear what?
I got the hiccups.
You've got hiccups now?
Yeah. Look, I gotta get rid of these things. I don't want to fall off.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, you know what? I got something in my bag here, actually, that might help take my mind off my hiccups. Hopefully make them go away, you know? That was my parachute.
Your parachute.
Maybe that's
Okay, what are you doing? Oh, no way, he's juggling. Oh, that's actually really awesome. Oh, no, you dropped your round things.
I still got them.
What?
Hiccups. Just look at the hiccups.
Well, why don't you try holding your breath? Sit down and hold your breath.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, hey! I just got an even better idea. This will get rid of my hiccups for sure.
Oh no! Look at that! This guy is doing a headstand on a 60-foot pole. That is really, really stupid.
I should have worn underwear today. Oh, hey, my hiccups are all gone. Worked.
That's terrific.
Guess I got a little while till somebody comes and rescues me, huh?
Yep.
Well, I didn't actually tell you guys this, but I'm actually on vacation, you know?
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah. I'm actually from Eastern Canada.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah, I'm from Calgary. Anyways, I was thinking it might be kind of nice if I took all your guys' picture for the folks back home.
You want to take her picture?
Yeah, I got a camera right here.
Okay.
Hey, you guys all got a smile, so it's going on Facebook. Hey, can you guys all squeeze in a little bit? That's okay, I'll take a step back.
Let's give him a great big hand! I'd like to welcome you all here to the world famous Grouse Mountain Lumberjack Show! Woo! So for the next half an hour, we are going to journey back in time to experience what an old-fashioned lumberjack competition was really like. But first, I'm just going to fill you in on a little bit of history. So during the early 1900s, towns and cities were growing rapidly due to the gold rush in the West. Now, building materials were needed to meet these construction demands, and they were found right here in the forests of British Columbia. Now, this created opportunity for men who were willing to work really hard. These men were called lumberjacks, and they would live out in the remote valleys where the logging took place. They'd work for only a few dollars a day, and the work was extremely dangerous. First, the trees were felled and limbed. They were then transported to the nearest rivers using horses, oxen, and log chutes. They were then floated down the rivers to the sawmill to be cut into lumber. Now, these men would work for weeks on end without a break, and then payday would come around and they'd all head into town to let off some steam. So these guys would get to drinking and bragging about who was the best lumberjack. And of course, there's only one way to settle that: a lumberjack competition. So that's where you folks come in today. What we're going to do is split you up the middle right here. You guys have a tough decision what side you want to be on. All you folks on this side, you are going to be from Blue Mountain Logging Camp. All right, now you guys, you live way out in the boonies, and you don't get out very much. And when you do get out, you get a little loud and rowdy. So, on the count of 3, I want to hear you all screaming and yelling and making as much noise as you can. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3! Nice work. Now, all you folks on this side, you are all from Green River Sawmill. Wow, you're stoked about that. Now, you guys, you live a lot closer to town, so you're a lot more civilized than the ruffians over yonder. But you're not going to be outdone by them, are you? So, on the count of 3, I want to hear you hooting and hollering and making as much noise as you can. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3! Nice work. All right, let's meet your lumberjacks from Green River Sawmill, one of the best axemen in the woods. Put your hands together for Johnny Nelson. And from Blue Mountain Logging Camp, one of the best log rollers in the West, put your hands together for Willie McGee. First event will be the springboard shop. Now, years ago, when these men went into the woods, they would take 3 things with them: an axe, a saw, and a board with a metal end on it called a springboard. Once they found a tree they were going to fall, they'd put a notch in the base of that tree, and they'd put the springboard in it. They'd get on top of that, and then do it again and again. Now, this was really important because they only had hand tools, and they had to get above the big flared base of the trees to where the wood was narrower, and they could actually cut through it. So today, they're going to go 3 springboards high and then cut through the block at the top. They'll cut halfway through, then turn, complete it from the other side, and the first man to sever his block in 2 will be our winner.
Yeah, that's going to be us, right, Green? Oh, no way, that's going to be us, right, Blue?
All right, here we go, guys. 1, 2, go! All right, let's cheer those lumberjacks on.
Whatever. You just got lucky.
And you just got second. All right, our next event is the axe throw. Now, when these men went into the woods back in the day, they used to get in the habit of throwing their axe at the next tree that were going to fall. Now, this became a fun sport on a Friday night after some beverages in the logging camps. So today, they're going to be using their double-bladed axes to throw them at the target in the center here. 5 points for the bullseye, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the outer rings. They'll each get 1 practice throw and 3 counting throws for a maximum of 15 points. Now, if this looks like a lot of fun, you guys can actually try your hand at throwing an axe at the Lumberjack Experience just behind the grounds after the show. Okay, no, Johnny goes first. He won.
Oh.
Ladies first, after all.
Oh, hey. Oh, come on. Yeah! Hit it!
That's a 3 for reference.
Just gotta keep your expectations low, buddy. That's the key.
That's a 5.
Way to waste a good one. I don't need to practice. Yeah.
Oh, too bad. All right, first counting throw, Green River.
Alrighty, come on, help me out here, guys. Oh, yeah, help out, guys. Bunch of back.
Hey, Johnny, target.
Don't get out too often, do you?
Come on, you don't get points for tourists.
I'll do 3. Ah!
That is a 3.
Okay. Gotta give him some kind of advantage. It's definitely not a height advantage.
That is a 4.
Okay, you wanna play that game, huh?
Alrighty. Second throw, Green River.
What the heck?
Willie? What was that?
I get allergies.
You allergic to losing?
Do you get black eyes too?
Is that 3? That was a 3, right?
Yeah, it was a 3.
All right, so Johnny is 6.
Excuse me.
Hey, what are you? Stop it!
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Cleaning up!
Well, stop it! You've never cleaned up before.
He's never had allergies before.
All right.
Oh.
So that's a 6 to 9.
Man, get my butt kicked. Right. All right, you guys want a bullseye? Yeah! Me too. There we go. We can conjure. Oh, that was so average.
So average. All right, you have 9. Willie has 9. So you just need to hit the target.
Hit the target, yeah. What do you guys think? Can I hit the target? Yeah! I want a bullseye. Yeah. Yeah. It's not over till it's over, pumpkin.
Blue Mountain takes that one.
I'm right here.
All right, our next event is called single bucking. Now, these men will be using their crosscut saws. These are the saws that they used before they had chainsaws, and they used to be called old sweet fiddles or misery whips. You will soon see why. Now they'll be racing to saw through the block. First block to hit the ground will be our winner. Is it gonna be Green River? Or Blue Mountain? All right, Lumberjacks ready. 1, 2, go! What?
Stop the music!
Oh dear, what is the matter?
Oh, my back.
Your back.
Yeah.
Okay, what can we do?
Can I just straighten up a little bit?
Well, yeah, straighten up.
Here's a trick. Yeah, I fell by the overactive.
Wow, you're such a cheater.
Well, you started
Jeez,
it.
put it back, please. And let's get started.
Stupid.
Pick it up.
That one was her. Hey, stop!
Will,
Stop!
What are you doing?
Just idling. What? Good one.
You're both cheaters.
All
All right, lumber jerks ready. 1, 2, go! Let's cheer those boys on. Oh, it's close. Green is in the lead by a little bit, and that is a Green River win.
Whatever. That's a
breather?
stupid event.
You won it, Johnny.
It's still a stupid event.
Okay.
No fair. I seen him messing with my saw before the show. He dulled it. Yeah, I want a rematch.
Okay, Johnny, do you want a rematch?
God, no. No, too bad. We're having a rematch. What? Yeah.
I got something back here that'll cut twice as fast. Oh, I see what he's up to. That's actually a pretty good idea. Yeah.
So what's this idea?
Well, you know, it's not really fair. I mean, me and Willie, we've been out here for weeks on end, slaving away for $1 a day. We're starting to get a little bit tired.
Really?
Yeah. All these people out here, just sitting on their butts. Yeah.
Well, they're tourists, Willie. That's what they do.
Whatever. They're not all tourists.
No?
No, I mean, I came onto my cabin there earlier. Sure, I saw a big, burly, hairy lumberjack on my side. Oh, man, I didn't know your girlfriend was here. What do you like?
All right, boys are going to come find a hand from our lovely audience.
My hair in the snow, my coat, but that's all right till I go home. Cheers, cheers, Martin, 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Tell my mom when I go home, the boys won't
Magali from Blue Mountainside. And Daryl from Green Riverside. Wait, Willie. Willie?
What?
Where are you going?
What's your idea?
Yeah, right. Okay, these lovely ladies are going to give our lumberjacks a hand with the double crosscut saw. Now, they're just going to tell them where to stand and how to work with that saw. It's really important that these girls only pull on the saw. If they push that saw, the teeth can get stuck in the wood. So they're just going to go over that in the safety instructions. And once they're ready, we're going to get started.
Hold on a second here. What? Yeah. These ladies are looking pretty good, but something's missing, I think. I know what you mean. They don't quite look ready to work in the woods yet, do they? Not quite. Fortunately, we've thought of everything, haven't we? We got something to get them a job in the logging camp for sure. Whoop! Perfect! There we go, huh? Arms up, Tiger. Woo! It's the roughest part of my day. Good as wood.
Really important safety gear.
Yeah, that's a little bit better, but I think something's still missing, eh? Yeah. Protect it from the waist down, but we need something to protect the upper rigging, right? Yeah, you know, flying squirrels, falling limbs, sawdust, that kind of thing. Sunstroke. Yep. Exactly.
Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
Now you look lovely, ladies.
Seriously, it suits
Don't they look wonderful?
Yeah. All right. So, I'll get your right hand on the bottom.
All right, so they're just going to let them have a few practice pulls just to get a feel for the saw, and then we'll get started. So we'll let them go, I don't know, about a third of the way down. All right, there, good. And, okay, Willie, that's good. That'll do. Stop it now. Stop. All right, so we're gonna have a competition here. Is it gonna be Blue Mountain or Green River? Here we go, ladies. 1, 2, go! Let's cheer those ladies on. Woo! Good job, ladies.
Yeah, you tell them what they want?
What's that?
Yeah, free pastry. Sounded out, Willie. Pastry from Beaver Tails. It's up there.
Ah, free beaver tails. There you go, ladies. Hopefully you can enjoy that this afternoon. How about a big hand again?
Well, you're free. Oh, you're up, Big Willie. Oh, yeah. That's going just as planned. What? Yeah. Well, I was taking it easy on you in the chopping there. Whooped you in the axe throw. Took it easy on the single buck, too. Truth is, I'm feeling sorry for him because I've been beating him all week, and it's too easy. Are you finished? Yep. You know, I'm sick of this guy. Yeah. It doesn't matter, win or lose. Willie's always bragging. Oh, well, not that I'm bragging, just that I'm the best, right, Blue?
Yeah, that's very nice. But what are you talking about? You're the best.
Oh, well, I'm the best, and I can prove it.
How can you prove that?
Yep, this next event, I'm going to be winning it. Guaranteed.
Oh, well. How can you guarantee you're going to win the next event?
Yeah, because I'm the only one in it.
Fairly good odds then.
Yeah,
so what are you doing for us?
Well, see, most people didn't know this about me. I'm a world famous speed chainsaw carver. Hold your applause. Yeah. Yes. I can take a chainsaw like this one right here and a block of wood like this. I can carve me up a small, recognizable animal in just 15.5 seconds.
Wow, Willie, that's really quick.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
What are you going to carve for us today?
Well, you guys see the eagle and the owl and stuff on the way in there? Yeah, that weren't me. But, tell you what, on my way here this morning, I saw just the cutest little bunny rabbit. So I figured I'd carve that up for you guys. Do you guys want to see a bunny? Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, you're going to carve us a bunny.
Yep. You know what? I'm feeling so good. Such a great crowd here today. I think I'm going to break my record for you guys.
Oh, okay.
I just need someone to time for me.
Timer? You want a timer?
Yeah, timer.
Awesome. Okay, does anybody have a watch or a clock?
I got a calendar in the cabin we can use.
No thanks. Right here? You got a watch? Or on your phone? Perfect. Okay, this girl over here. Thank you,
What's
lady.
your name? Sorry, what? Okay, Sally. That's how it's gonna go. After I warm up my saw, Robin's gonna say go. That's your cue to start the time. I'm gonna carve up the cutest bunny you've ever seen, throw down my saw, throw up my hands. You tell me my new world record. Got it? Okay.
All right, he's just gonna have a really quick warm up on the saw, get it warm, and then we'll start. Wow, I thought you were gonna warm it up, not take it on a date.
That's nothing like my dates.
I hope not. All right, lumberjack ready. Timer ready. 1, 2, carve.
Yeah, stop the time! Stop the time!
What?
How'd I do? 4 seconds, yes! That's a new world record! Woo! The crowd goes wild! Thank you! Thank you! Give me that! Woo! Just a few people I'd like to thank for making this possible. First of all you folks in the crowd for being here to witness this. I'd like to thank my mom for dressing me this morning. I'd like to thank Johnny's mom for last night. I'm not done.
Yes, you are. That is enough. What is that, Willie?
That's a bunny, right?
No.
Yeah.
That is not a bunny.
Yeah, there's the bunny nose and some bunny eyes there. And those are the ears. You guys see it, right?
No, we don't see it. Seriously, where have you ever seen a bunny that looks like that?
I told you. On my way here this morning. Yeah, I was driving along. And there it was. Side of the road. Flat. Boing, 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 boing.
I cannot believe you. That is terrible.
That's a circle of life.
I am embarrassed for you. Is that it?
Nope, I got a lot more wood. I can carve up a whole family, extended family.
No, we don't want a family of roadkill, Willie.
Oh, look. That one could be the mother-in-law.
Okay, moving on.
Willie!
That's enough.
What? Not the sharpest axe in the tool shed, are you, buddy?
Do what I can.
You know what we think of you and your little family of roadkill down here?
What's that?
I'll show you. Hi. Yeah.
A little bit offensive.
Well, I'd like to see you do any better. Well, I reckon I can. So why don't you just go sit down, huh? You know what? I'm sorry, guys, but how's this? I want to carve you guys up the 3D version of that little bunny rabbit. You guys want to see that? Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So Johnny's gonna save the day, carve us a real bunny.
Yeah, he is.
Did you want the timer?
Nope. Yeah, no speed records or nothing. Just one bunny rabbit coming right up. Whew. There we go.
looks evil.
That is, look, come on.
Oh,
I
it's
gotta
really
show 'em,
bad.
look, it's a bunny rabbit, right? I love it, see? Clap, smile. Actually, don't clap, just throw money. It's good.
No, that's not worthy of money.
It's worth it, not a lot of money, but it's worth some
It's
money.
really not very good. You know, I was expecting something more like the carvings on the pathway.
Yeah, well,
that's really
if
bad.
I had it my way, I'd be 6'5" and good looking, but we can't all get what we want, okay? This thing's good. Look, it's got ears, eyes, nose, and a cute little smile. What more does a bunny need? It's perfect.
What more does a bunny need, guys? It's good. Yeah, a tail.
Yeah, why don't you go home, kid?
A tail,
Okay,
some teeth,
okay.
whiskers.
Okay, I get it. You guys want some more body parts, huh?
That's right.
All right. Whew. You guys want a boy or a girl? What? I can't have any fun at this show anymore.
Fix it.
There's your whiskers and teeth. Woo! This guy's an artist. All right, here we go.
Better.
Oh, slippery little thing. There you go. There's that little bit of tail. You want it? Perfect. Hey, some nice bushy eyebrows.
Bushy eyebrows?
Yeah, we'll make it look just like Willie's girlfriend. Yeah, who are we kidding? You can't get a girlfriend. Oh! Say something, I can fix it!
I don't know what to say.
Say something! Look there, ta-da! It's okay! Fixed it! Clap, smile. Don't touch it!
Wow, you totally didn't fix it.
Well, I totally didn't break it. It's your fault.
No, that's not my fault.
What are you laughing for? This isn't funny. Look, I'm up here in front of 1,000 people making the crucial eyebrow cut. What do? You come running up here, yelling and screaming and waving your arms around at me. You distracted me. Yeah, you made me cut a hair too deep, you know?
A hair too deep.
It's in the script, I gotta say it. So.
I'm sorry, guys. I've had it with the two of you. Enough. Seriously, these guys came up here to see some real lumberjacks chopping some wood, and you two are goofing around.
They came to see the bears. Kill yourself.
You mean the birds. Go sit down. Think about how you're wasting everybody's time.
Oh, fine. Yeah.
I've had it. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. We're going to move on to our next event.
Sucks the shit.
Whoa, hold on a second.
I look like a
Look, Johnny.
Look, Johnny.
Look what you did.
It's embarrassing. I cut the head off a bunny.
No, buddy. Look at that cute thing you're sitting on.
What?
Come on, get up and show everybody this cute thing you're sitting on.
Okay. I have been working out quite a bit lately.
Oh, no,
You guys don't think,
that's
but-
not what I meant. No, look at that.
Oh, hey!
He carved a chair, guys. Let's give him a hand.
Wow! It's the second time today. I have no idea how that happened, but it's a little bit small for me, kind of a one-cheeker. So, why don't we give this away to a little lumberjack or a little lumberjill in the audience?
That's a nice idea, Johnny. How about the youngest member of our audience?
How about somebody around 22? Ow! Months old!
Months, yeah. Okay, all right, babies. Show us your children.
Here we go.
How old is this little girl? How old is she? 2? Anybody younger?
Oh, right, there's the stairs here.
Where?
3 weeks?
3 weeks? What are you doing up here? Okay, that wins, hands down.
You sure? 3 weeks? Nobody younger. Going once, going twice. Hang on now, hold on.
What?
Yeah, I seen a pregnant lady at the back.
She's not gonna fit, Willie.
Yeah, well, we could wait.
Okay, no.
Come on down, let's
Can
try
you
this
bring her
thing.
down to try the chair on?
Let's do it.
3 weeks. Wow.
Come on, honey, we're going to do the grind.
Did you just, I mean, her?
Joke. I'll tell you what, looks like she's sleeping. That's a, oh, it is a little, I'll tell you what, we'll just turn it around. And look, it fits perfectly.
Hey, let's give him a hand. That is adorable.
You got that? Awesome, all yours.
Good mom. All right, let's move on to our...
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. Excuse me, ma'am. Hi, you're the mother. Yeah, it's $20, Mom.
No, it's not.
I carved it.
I don't care. Get out of here.
Good luck getting that through customs.
All right, let's move on to our next event, the one you've all been waiting for. It's the tree climb or the speed climb. Now, these tall trees back here are called spar trees, and it was the job of the high rigger to head into the woods, find the tallest tree. He would then climb it, limbing it as he went, and cut off the top and attach a large pulley called a block. At the base of that spar tree, there was a steam engine called a donkey. Now, they'd run a cable from the steam engine through the pulley and way out into the woods. And then they'd fire up that steam engine and use the wire or the cable to yard all the trees that they'd cut to the base of the spar tree. Now, this job was one of the most dangerous jobs out there in the woods. In fact, it became really quite well known as widow's work.
What?
Yes?
We're not even married. No, we're totally single.
Wonder why.
Ready to mingle. Attaboy.
All right, thanks, boys. Our brave lumberjacks are going to race up these 60-foot tall spar trees, ring the bell at the top, race back down. First man to the bottom will be our winner.
Yeah, and that's gonna be us, right green? Oh, no way! That's gonna be us, right blue?
All right, here we go. Lumberjacks ready? 1, 2, climb! Let's cheer those boys on. Look at them go! Oh, wow, look at that. How about a big hand for Blue Mountain?
Stop clapping! He cheated!
Well, come on. What do you mean he cheated?
You guys all saw him. He just fell down the tree.
Okay, well, do you want to do it again?
No.
Didn't think so. Okay, so Blue Mountain win, and we're going to move on to our next event, the last event, which of course is the log roll. Now, I mentioned a moment ago that the job of the high rigger was one of the most dangerous jobs out there, but there was a job even more dangerous, and that was the job of the log driver. Now, once these logs had made their way to the river, they had to be floated down the river to the sawmill. So this log driver, he would get on top of these logs wearing spiked boots and carrying a long steel pole, and he'd ride them down the river. In fact, they would even lash a cabin to some of these logs, and it would be their home for weeks at a time. This earned these men the nice nickname River Rat. Now, sometimes the logs would get caught on corners or debris, and they'd use that long steel pole to try and break them apart and keep them moving. And if that didn't work, occasionally they would resort to using dynamite, just blasting all the logs apart. So as you can imagine, it was really, really dangerous. In fact, dynamite aside, one false step could send the men into the icy cold waters below, where the weight of their clothes could pull them under, and they could drown, die of log crushings, or even succumb to hypothermia.
Wait, what? I'm not doing this.
Why?
I'm sick and tired of coming out here every single day, risking life and limb for a complimentary show.
And I'm sick and tired of you whining about it.
Dude, I could die of log crushings?
Oh, really? With one log?
Yeah, well, it's pretty big. What about the carpet burn?
Carpet burn?
That's a bad
Wow, you are
situation.
such a baby.
No, he's not. He's right. See? What about the hypothermia?
Hypothermia.
Yeah, it's freezing.
It's August. I'm sure it's warm. It's been sitting out here in the sun for...
So how's that feel?
It's really cold.
Yeah! Exactly.
I'm sure it's. I'm sure a lot of us would like to go swimming in there. It's a bit hot out today. But you know what? You got to do it anyways because you're lumberjacks and you're tough.
So what?
So what? Okay, well here. How about this? This is fair. If you can spell hypothermia, you don't have to do it.
Johnny. Maybe we'll just log roll today.
That's what I thought. All right, we're going to move on to our last event, the log roll. Now, this just so happens to be my favorite event
You do it then.
because we get to see the lumberjacks get wet. Now, it's going to be best 2 out of 3 falls as our winner, and anything goes. They can rock the log or splash water.
No way,
There's,
lady. I'm not doing it.
What are you doing?
What's that blowing that log out of the water?
You can't have that here. We can't do that. Johnny, get away. Get here.
Get your own. What's the matter with you? Mine. Willie, give it. Leave it alone. Give it here, Willie. Willie, Willie. Drop my Willie. Oh, well, it's okay, folks. It's all under control. I got the dynamite. But wait, I got it. Will you take?
I don't want it, Johnny. Do something.
I'll throw it in here.
No, don't put it in there. Try stepping on it. You got to put it out.
Okay. It's not working.
Okay, throw it in the water then.
Okay, what? Ah, sorry.
That is not the water I meant.
Who cares? What? Look out! help. There's been a terrible accident. Pretty cool, huh?
No, it's not cool. Willie was in there.
Yeah, he's not anymore, is he?
Willie was a great lumberjack.
Yeah, a real dynamite guy, wasn't he? A real blast, you know?
Well, at least he went out with a bang.
Oh, see, it's good.
Okay, folks, I'm really sorry, but due to the loss of one of our lumberjacks, I don't think we can go on with the rest of the show.
Aw, come on, everybody, aw. I guess you could say I blew away the competition.
Yeah, no, that's enough. I don't know what we're gonna do now. There's only one lumberjack.
Yeah, one lumberjack, and that's Johnny. That means we win, right, Green?
Oh, look, Willie's alive!
We'll push him back in.
Get out of here. He looks really mad. Willie, are you okay? I said, are you okay?
You look okay to you? Fell down the well. When the dynamite went off by my head.
You are being like such a drama queen right now. Seriously? Yeah, what are you
No, stop it! Stop! You can't fight down here. How about we settle it on the log?
That's a great idea. Let's settle on the log, right, Blue?
All right, here we go, guys. Last event, it's the log roll. Again, anything goes that can rock the log or splash water, but they can't cross that red center line. It's going to be best 2 out of 3 falls as our winner. Oh, no. Really? Put it down. All right, here we go. First roll. Woo!
Now what do you say? You all say what? Put it a bit louder. Now everybody say. Now what do you say?
Woo! Green River takes that one. Are you okay, Willie?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, just warming up the pond.
Warming up. Get out! That's disgusting! Alright, here we go, guys. Second roll. Woo! Stay in the water, buddy. It'll keep the swelling down. Oh, are you okay? Do you think you can roll one more time?
I got one left. Yeah.
One more?
Put it a bit louder.
All right, here we go. Third roll. Winner takes all. They did a great job today. All right, I'm going to introduce up to you, on my right, playing the role of Johnny Nelson, 3-time world champion speed climber from Maple Ridge. This is Sterling Hart. On my left, playing the role of Willie McGee from Ontario. This is Nick Hall. And myself, Robin, from Vancouver Island. Thank you guys so much for coming. Have a great afternoon on Grouse Mountain.
Join us. You can follow the sound of my voice. We are located at the base of Peak, across from the yurt and the grizzly bear habitat. And if you'd like to come meet some of our fantastic raptors, come on over right now. We'll be starting up pretty shortly here. Quick reminder, if you have any food, just please finish it up and hide it once we're through there.
你把老师先坐上来，你坐一板凳上，不要弄，不要弄，你坐板凳上，妈妈站你旁边好吗？坐下，好，你坐这儿，我站这边。好。
A bit hot today, but that's okay. So did everybody get a chance to see the lumberjack show?
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty funny? Yeah. We're not funny here. Made you laugh. In you go. You're gonna pretend you didn't see that. Right? All right. My name's Robin. You're also going to be meeting Chuck and some of our fantastic birds here. And we're here on Grouse Mountain. But we're actually from the Raptors. We're a bird of prey center over on Vancouver Island. And basically, we work with all these birds of prey to try and raise awareness for them and promote conservation. So we want to learn as much as we can about them and then share that with everybody and bring them up close so everybody gets to meet them and see them. And this really seems to help inspire everybody to want to learn more about these magnificent birds and to want to be able to help them in the future and protect their natural habitats as well. So that's really what we're all about. Now our birds were mostly born at our center, hatched at our center rather, and or similar facilities. And they fly free. We let them go. Why do you think they come back? Food, exactly. They figured out pretty quickly that life is good and easy. Why not stick around? You got free food, free health care. It is Canada. Free retirement home, and well-trained humans. So they stick around for the most part, but obviously they're free to do whatever they want, and that's part of the fun of it. So our birds can literally do anything they want in the demos. It can make for some very interesting flying demonstrations. But that said, hopefully we'll have an awesome demo while they'll stay and hang out, and you'll be able to see them all up close. So just a couple of quick rules. Birds are going to fly very close to you and right over your heads. So if you like your fingers, don't go like this, okay? They look like sausages. I'm actually kidding. But they will fly right over your head, so keep your hands down. Do not try to reach up and touch them. They're going to land on the perches near you guys. So if you are near a perch, this one, the one over there, and the one over there, that's great. But do not try to touch the birds, and you might want to keep your mouth closed. So if you have a camera, turn your flash off, and if you have any food, tuck it away and hide it. Otherwise, I think we are good to go. So would you guys like to meet our first bird? Yes. Let's have a look up the left, up the hill, and I'd like to introduce you to the magnificent Hercules. Here he comes. We need some dramatic entrance music here. How about that for a grand entrance? Pretty fantastic, huh? What a great guy. You know. So this is the lovely Hercules. Does anybody know what he is?
Bald eagle.
That's right, guys. He is a bald eagle. Very good. Almost everybody always answers golden eagle because he does look a little bit like one. He's all brown. But Hercules is a bald eagle. Now you're probably wondering, where is his white-headed tail? Well, he doesn't have it yet because he's a juvenile. Bald eagles actually take 5 or 6 years before they get their full white-headed tail. So Herc here is only one. In fact, we're really proud of our lovely boy. He hatched at our center last year. We have his parents. And so we've had the amazing privilege of watching this bird grow since he hatched out of his egg and learn how to fly, which is really cool to see, obviously. So we're really proud of our lovely boy here. But again, it takes them 5 or 6 years. Right over your head. How about that, guys? That must be pretty cool. It takes them 5 or 6 years before they go bald. So just like people, it takes a while. And when they get that white-headed tail, it's an indicator to all the other raptors that they are old enough to go and get a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And that's for the reason for different plumages in most birds, obviously, is it's just an indication of age. Now, we're lucky that in BC we do have quite a lot of bald eagles, primarily because of what they like to eat. You know what they like to eat? Salmon, exactly, fish. These birds are fishing eagle. In fact, bald eagles are one of 10 species of fishing eagle here in the world. And they're all very specialized for fishing in a few different ways. In fact, the white feathers on them break up the shadow of an eagle. So as they approach fish in the water, the fish don't necessarily see that outline of the eagle, so they can sneak up on them easier. And they have a couple other specializations as well. But they'll also eat many other things. Now, in the first few years of life, it's hard to get by. These guys have a very high mortality rate, and they're not that good at fishing in the first couple of years. In fact, we're teaching, there we go. We're trying to teach Hercules to take fish out of a pond. Next year we'll have a pond here. But at the moment, whenever we put the fish in the pond, he just lands in the pond. He stays there, so we have to kind of pull him out. We're working on that. Next year, I think he'll have it. But again, in the first couple of years of life, it's hard to get by. So a lot of the time, these birds will just scavenge or steal from other birds of prey, or they will even steal chicks right out of the nest. So some of you might have heard about heron rookeries. These guys have discovered that heron rookeries are a great, easy, cheap meal, which is unfortunate, but it means that sometimes they're decimating whole heron rookeries, which is kind of sad. But we have to remember its nature. It's also led us to the belief that a bald eagle's favorite thing to eat is probably fish and chicks. Oh, come on, guys. That's my best joke. The point is, of course, they'll eat just about anything. When they are hunting, they're actually hunting some really excellent, some amazing prey. They are very, very good top predators. They've been known to catch rabbits, ducks, even things as large as Canada geese, which is pretty cool. So, again, top predators. Now, we're lucky here in BC. We have lots of bald eagles, as I mentioned. In fact, in British Columbia, we have a quarter of the world's population of bald eagles. That is awesome. We should be really proud of ourselves because it means we're doing a really good job taking care of our ecosystems because these guys are top predators. Oh, Herc, you're going back there, are you? It means that they're doing really well. If they're doing really well, it tells us a lot about the health of the ecosystem that they live in. You want to come back on down here? Atta boy. So it's great that they're doing so well. Now, Herc's a pretty big guy, right? He's got about a 6 foot wingspan, pretty big bird. Does anybody want to take a guess as to how much he might weigh?
20 pounds.
6 pounds? 12? 20? You guys are pretty good. Most people guess 50 to 100 pounds. Yeah, we're not that strong. But Hercules actually weighs 7.5 pounds. I know, isn't that amazing? You'd expect him to weigh a lot more because he's such a big bird. But that said, what does he have to do? Fly, exactly. So he's got to be pretty light. So he's got essentially hollow bones like all birds, and then he's made mostly of feathers, which are literally light as a feather. On that note, we're going to send this beautiful boy away off the field. How about a big, big hand for the lovely Hercules? Big man. He's such a beautiful bird. I love him to bits. All right. Now, it's really important that before we meet our next bird, we wait for her. I'd like to introduce you to our next bird. This is the lovely little Miguel. Hey, little man. So, Miguel here is a Harris hawk. And Harris hawks are a really neat raptor because these guys are one of the only species that are truly social. So most birds are pretty solitary. They hunt by themselves, and sometimes you'll see a pack, like 2 of them hunting together. Sometimes a pair of bald eagles or peregrines. But Harris hawks will hunt in whole packs, in whole groups. Do you guys know another animal that hunts as a pack? Wolves, exactly. In fact, these guys have been nicknamed wolves of the sky because of the way they hunt. So really social, really intelligent birds. Now, because they're so intelligent, they've developed lots of cool hunting strategies. Got lots of great ways to do it together. One strategy that they like to employ is the females will kick the males out on the ground to do the grunt work. We'll see if we can show you that. That's how it should be. So the males will jump on the ground. Come on down here. They will jump on the ground, and then they'll do this. They will run along the ground. Come on. There we go. You gotta run, nobody. That's it. Usually you're so fast. What's happening today? Is it too hot? He says not so much today. Usually he's actually really quick. And what they're doing is they're running through the bushes, or the scrub brush, looking for prey to flush out for the females, who will then do most of the catching, most of the hunting. Now, because these guys work as a pack, we can have 2 of them out here at the same time. So I'd also like to introduce you to the beautiful Arwen. Here she comes. So this is Arwen. Miguel is sitting here on the perch. Now, before he leaves, let's stay here for a sec. I want you to see the size difference between them. Oh, of course he's leaving. Anyways, as they fly around, have a look at them. Notice that he's about a third smaller than her. Now, that's because he's a male. In the raptor world, the females do most of the hunting, most of the catching, because the females are larger. In fact, in almost every single raptor species, the females are larger than the males. Do you guys know what it means when the girls are bigger? It means they're better. Right, ladies? Right, Chuck?
Yes, ma'am.
What it does mean, of course, is that the females are dominant. They rule the roost. They catch the prey first and thus share with the males reluctantly afterwards. So really, it's a great life being a female raptor, of course. Atta girl, head off. Go do some soaring. That would be beautiful. Look at that. She's such a lovely girl. She's got big, broad wings for soaring, of course. Now, the reason that Harris hawks have evolved to pack hunting is because these guys are found in places like Texas, Arizona, and they range down into South America. So they're found in fairly dry, arid regions, not a lot of food. So if you work as a pack, there's a better chance you catch something every day. In fact, a better chance you catch something larger as well. These guys can take things as big as jackrabbits, which are huge, so pretty impressive. Now, as she was flying around, you saw her beautiful big broad wings. She's also got a long tail. Can you shake it at everybody? See how well trained she is? I'm just kidding. They shake their tail every time they land. But I was trying to draw attention to her beautiful tail because it's not that common for a hawk, a buteo, which is a soaring hawk like these guys, to have a long tail as well. And that long tail makes them very good at twisting and turning and catching things in the air. It works like a rudder. So we're going to see if we can get them to catch something in the air right now. Arwen! Arwen's coming down first. Miguel! Up! Here comes Arwen. Watch closely. Nice catch! Here comes Miguel. Oh no! He dropped it! How about a big hand anyway? Good try, little man. Have you ever seen an embarrassed Harris hawk? He catches them most of the time. In fact, sometimes the males are better than the females. Where did she go? Oh, there she is. Sometimes the males are better because of their smaller size. And this is really important because if the females are incubating the eggs and raising the chicks, they're going to be the ones doing most of that. So the males have to bring a constant source of food to the nest to provide for the family. So being smaller means you can catch a lot of smaller prey items and then carry them back to the nest. What are you doing? Oh, there's running again. Now, did everybody see what they caught the food with? Beaks or talons? Talons, feet, exactly. Now, all raptors, they have three main things in common. First of all, they have amazing eyesight. Their vision is 10 to 20 times better than ours. Secondly, they have a sharp downward curved beak for ripping and tearing into flesh, and that is because these guys are all carnivorous. They only eat raw meat. Arwen, you gonna come back over here? So they only eat raw meat. Their favorite meal, of course, is small, naughty, loud children. I'm just kidding. And then finally, come on over. Oh, hi. Here you come. How are you? And then finally, they have these two incredibly powerful feet with 8 very sharp claws or talons on the end. And that's what they use to catch and subdue their prey. In fact, the word raptor means to seize or to take by force. So it's really those feet that define these birds as a group. Now, on that note, we're going to pop these lovely Harris hawks away. Do not land on my shoulder. You are not a parrot. And how about a big, big hand for our lovely Harris hawks? Little man. Now again, don't worry, they do not live in these boxes. They only go in here temporarily, so we can bring other birds out really quickly. So we'll see if we can get Arwen to come all across the field. Come on, pretty girl, your turn. You're just going to sit up there and watch the whole show? It is a nice view, isn't it? Now, Harris hawks, because they're social, are really neat because, come on, lovely lady, let's go. Because they're actually one of the best birds for us to work with in places like landfills, airports, and vineyards. These guys can help us chase away problem bird species like gulls, starlings, and all sorts of other pest species. These birds will help us by chasing them away and making them safer work environments. How about one last big hand? She just wanted an encore. All right, so now you've met an eagle and a couple of hawks. So we're going to change it up and do something a little bit different. So I'd like to introduce you to one of the most quiet birds. He's not particularly quiet, actually. And he's coming in from across the field. What a lovely entrance. Look at the aw, isn't he gorgeous? So this is Darwin. Does anybody know what Darwin is? Owl. Yeah, he's an owl. Anybody know what kind of owl he is? I will give you a hint. He's great and he has horns. Yes, he's a great horned owl, exactly. So a very beautiful great horned owl. Now we're lucky that in North America we have lots of these guys. In fact, they occupy a huge geographical range, and they're one of only a few owl species that do quite well in our urban environments, just like the barred owl, actually, as you mentioned. So we do see them in kind of some of our major parks. And this is partially because of their versatility and adaptability. These birds are very good at hunting a wide variety of prey. Now everybody knows what an owl's favorite food is, right? Mice, precisely. They love mice, they love rodents, but they'll eat just about anything. And in fact, the great horned owl happens to be very well known for hunting things like skunks and porcupines. I know, pretty amazing, isn't it? And you might be wondering how on earth they go about catching and eating a skunk or a porcupine. Well, the fact of the matter is, they just don't give a hoot. It's not funny, is it? No, it's got to be said. Anyways, very, very, very adaptable predators, of course. Now, everybody gets so excited to see Darwin because he is just absolutely perfect. I call him feathered perfection. But we don't get the chance to see them very often, and that's because they hunt at what time of day? Night. Exactly. They're primarily nocturnal. Now, because they're nocturnal, they have some really great adaptations or tools of the trade that make these birds some of the best nocturnal predators around. First of all, amazing night vision. I've already told you raptors can see very well, but owls see very well at night, and that's why he's got those beautiful big yellow eyes. Now, although their vision is excellent, can you come all the way across the field, Betty? They rely even more on their hearing to catch their prey. Owls have some of the best hearing on the planet. In fact, his hearing is so good that from where he's sitting right now, he can hear what you're thinking. Of course, his is selective hearing. That's okay, he's a boy. All boys have that. What a beautiful flight, little man. You're just so lovely. But amazing hearing. Now, their ears are not those feather tufts on the top of their head. They're actually located on the sides of their skulls. They're quite large openings. They're not protruding ears, and they're pretty big. Should we head up there? Come here. Yeah, let's get you up there. You guys might want to duck a little bit. We're going to pop them up right behind you. So their ears are located asymmetrically, which means one goes up and one goes down, like that. And that helps them to triangulate their prey. So pretty cool specialization for listening for their prey. And furthermore, their facial shape helps them with this. They've got those round facial discs. Those work like giant satellite dishes, channeling the sound waves directly into their ears. So very specialized for hearing. And then finally, they've got these beautiful feathers. He looks cuddly, I can assure you he's not. But those feathers basically work to make him have silent flight. They muffle the sound when they're flying, so they make virtually no sound at all. We're going to see if we can get him to demonstrate that a little bit. We're going to call him up to this perch behind you and get him to fly over your heads. We're all going to be super quiet. You got to head up to see Chuck up there. Oh, had to lighten the load. There we go. So he's not that quiet when he's flapping his wings to go up. But as he glides in, maybe we'll bring him back. No, bring him up here. I want everybody to be really quiet. Just listen. That's your cue, though, buddy. He says, I got to think about it. Darwin, let's go. Okay. Darwin, ooh. That's your cue. Hello. Go. Come on down, little buddy. You're supposed to demonstrate silent flight, not... Perfect. Did you guys hear anything? No, exactly. So that's completely silent flight. This is one of the reasons there are so many myths and legends. They'd appear out of nowhere and kind of spook people sitting in a tree beside them or something like that. Again, because of that silent flight, which is important if you're hunting at nighttime. Now, we've had this lovely guy for 3 years, since he was about 6 weeks old. He was hatched in a facility in northern BC, and we've actually managed to teach him some dance moves. Do you guys want to learn the owl dance? Yeah, okay, kind of goes like this. We're going to see if we can get him to do it a little bit. Darwin, what's this? Oh. No. He's going to look everywhere but at me today. He's very distracted. Look at that. There we go. Darwin. Oh. What's this? Perfect. You all saw it. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was perfect. No, he's not actually dancing at all. In fact, what he was doing there is he was looking at me going, what is she doing? And that's because, unlike us, their eyes are so large that they're fixed in their sockets, so they can't move them like we can. So instead, they move their heads and their necks to compensate for the lack of mobility in their eyeballs. In fact, they have twice as many vertebrae as we do, which allows them to swivel their necks around 270 degrees. Not quite all the way around, but pretty close. All right, we're going to pop our beautiful boy away. How about a big, big hand for the lovely Darwinator? Come on, little man. Woo. Did you want an encore as well? It's not the Darwin show, my love. Darwin's really funny. He loves his box so much. Sometimes it takes him a minute to think about everything, but typically he loves this box. In fact, sometimes on rainy days, if there's not enough people in the audience, he won't come out of the box. But who can blame him? He's absolutely perfect in every way, but we do want to meet another bird, so let's go. Darwin, Darwin, Darwin! He's just got me really well trained. There you go. A shorter flight, that's acceptable. All right, how about one last big hand? What an awesome guy. Thank you, my love. Okay, so now we've had an eagle, a couple of hawks, and an owl. Does anybody want to meet the smelliest bird we have here? Yeah, you do. He is really cool. He's going to be joining us from across the field. Keep coming in, buddy. You're right. It is a vulture. So I'd like to introduce you to Judge Dredd, who's going to come all the way down here and join me. And not sit up there. I know it's a great new perch, but come on, little man. Let's go. Woo! Oh, no, wait. That's Darwin. So here he comes. This is Judge Dredd, or JD. Isn't this the most beautiful bird you guys have ever seen? No. Oh, come on, he's gorgeous. And then you get to know him and you'll fall in love. This bird is amazing, and they have beautiful feathers as well. Now, of course, Judge Dredd here is a turkey vulture, and turkey vultures are really neat. They're found in BC, but typically only in the summer months. They're migratory birds, and they're really neat because they're not a true raptor. In fact, these guys do not have the powerful feet to catch and kill their prey. There we go. That's a bit of a reach. Awesome. They do not have to catch their prey. Do you guys know what they like to eat? Roadkill, carrion, dead things. So I suggest you all look alive. Now, because they eat dead things, I know that sounds really gross, but what it means is that they play a really great role in our ecosystems as the cleanup crew. These guys clean up all sorts of dead animals we don't see. By doing so, they help to reduce fly populations as well as disease. And in fact, if they eat something that's died of something like rabies, they won't pass it on. So like a coyote or a rat would pass it on. These guys won't do that. So they play a great role in our ecosystem. Now, these guys, I said they're smelly, not because they have a bad odor. Well, he doesn't smell very good, but because they've got a great sense of smell. So if you get to see him up close, you'll notice he's got a big hole through his nostril, which allows him, that's it, I'll duck, which allows him to track down the smell of rotting flesh from up to 4 kilometers away, which is pretty great. So the best way to utilize that, not the best time to stand up, okay? The best way to utilize that is to go soaring, so soar the countryside. So these birds happen to be some of nature's finest energy conservationists. In fact, somebody once recorded a turkey vulture soaring for 6 hours straight without a single flap of the wings. So just soaring around on thermals and updrafts. Come on, little man, you can walk around the field if you want. Want to show them the turkey vulture shuffle? Ooh, that's spooky. Spooky humans, huh? Now, these guys, wow, hi, not gonna walk? These guys have developed some really cool specializations or features for their particular lifestyle. So first of all, of course, turkey vultures are bald, and this makes him beautiful. But the reason that they're bald is because they stick their faces into guts and intestines because they can't preen their faces. So instead, being bald keeps them cleaner, prevents bacteria buildup from around their faces. Secondly, they throw up when they're scared. Yeah, I know, it's really gross, isn't it? It smells horrible. But if they're eating a carcass and something like a coyote approaches them, a predator, they can just projectile vomit in its face. So gross. But it does also make them lighter. They can fly away faster as well, so it does work in a couple of ways. And then finally, even cooler than projectile vomit, you scavenging little man, these birds will pee or excrete straight down their legs onto their feet. Does anybody want to hold Judge? I know, he's so cool. But the reason they do this, believe it or not, that's actually why his feet are white. They're supposed to be, well, they are the same color as his face. They're bright red, but they're white because he pees on them so much. Now, believe it or not, this has 2 great functions. First of all, it serves to keep them cleaner. When they pee on their legs, their digestive systems are so acidic that it kills bacteria and it keeps them cleaner. Secondly, it coats the pores, prevents water loss, and thus keeps them cooler in the summer months. Pretty awesome, huh? So if you guys get too hot today, just be like a turkey vulture and pee on your legs. Nah, it doesn't work very well for humans. The lumberjacks do it, though. On that note, we're going to watch our beautiful boy fly off the field. How about a big hand for the Judge? I think he must be like the underdog, you know. Most people don't think that turkey vultures are beautiful, but there's a few people out there who will think he is the coolest bird ever, and we really do as well. He's so intelligent. Now, he's also a movie star. Don't know if you can tell by his behavior. He's in the Andromeda Strain and the A-Team. So if you guys see it again, watch out for him. He plays a turkey vulture. All right, so we are going to change things up again and meet something a little bit different. Does anybody know what the fastest animal in the world is? That's right, it's a falcon. Who wants to meet a falcon? Awesome. So we're going to introduce him to you in just a moment. Now, falcons have been clocked at speeds of over 300 kilometers an hour. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Now, they don't normally fly that fast. They just have the capability of flying that fast. Typically, they'll fly at 100, 120 kilometers an hour or so when they're hunting. Now, the reason they have to be so fast is because they have to be faster than their prey. So they're usually hunting other birds. So that's why I have a fake bird here. This is not a falcon. It's a fake bird, and we're going to see if we can have a little hunting demonstration as soon as Arrow comes in and joins us. So if you have a look over to your right, I'd like to introduce you to one of the most amazing birds I've ever worked with. This is Arrow. Oh, there we go, little man. Now we're going to play a little game of keep away here. And this is how these birds hunt. And this is how we get our falcons really fit. And he's going to come very close to you. So I suggest you keep your hands down. And if he flies towards you and he looks like he might hit you, he might, so please duck. Where did he go? That side? Yeah, that way? Okay, perfect. Hopefully he'll come back and join us in a moment. Or not. Oh, there he is, way out there. That is so cool. This bird loves to fly. He is one of the best at it. So the way these birds hunt is they come down in high-speed pursuit dives like this. Look at that. It's amazing. He's probably going at least 80 kilometers an hour there. And what they'll do is they'll hit their prey in the air, and they're hoping that they will kill or stun it on impact. They're hoping really that they hit it so hard its head falls off. Well, that sounds bad. All right, one more, and then we're going to see if he can actually catch this or hit it out of the sky. So amazing top predators. Beautiful. All right. Oh, no, we're going to let him go out a little bit further. Yeah, one more. Very cool. Okay, this time around, guys, you're going to watch really closely. We're going to let him catch it. Whoa, that was really cool. How about a big hand for Arrow? That actually made that even more exciting than normal because I knotted the rope. It's supposed to go up a lot higher, but he did that awesome little dive down to catch it. So I thought it was really cool. Now, if these guys don't kill their prey on impact, they have a specialized notch on their beak called a tomial tooth, which they can use to insert into the vertebrae of their prey and snap its neck. Pretty awesome, huh? Okay, a little gruesome maybe. Now, Arrow here is a sacred falcon, not a peregrine falcon. The falcon that everybody is familiar with, of course, is the peregrine falcon. The sacred falcon is the traditional falconry bird. These guys have been helping us for thousands of years, feed our families and put food on our tables, and just generally playing a very rich role in our culture. Now, of course, the peregrine falcon is really neat because they're found on every continent, so everybody's quite familiar with them. They also survived the DDT that caused all sorts of bad things to happen to them. And they also will live in some of our major cities, which is really cool. In fact, there's a lot of peregrine falcons. Most of the ones living in the cities have figured out if you chase a peregrine falcon into a high-rise building window, it does all the work for you. You don't have to do anything. But this is a really good example, in my mind, of how intelligent these birds are and how they are so specialized and how they figure out how to be the best at what they do. So, on that note, that does conclude our flying for this afternoon. I hope that you guys have enjoyed meeting our birds. I hope it will inspire you to keep your eyes skyward, to watch for them, and remember what an important role they play in our ecosystems and why it's so important for us to do our part and help protect them. So I'd like to thank you guys all so much for coming. You've been great. But most of all, how about a big thank you to our lovely birds here.
I'm just going to ask some of you guys maybe to move out of the way slightly. I don't want any of these guys to fall on you, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Oh my God!
I think that's music.
See the wedding? See the wedding? See the wedding there?
My name is Roisin. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us.
And then
That's good.
It's good that you're tasting this.
Yes. You tell me about it. That's good.
You see all the boats?
It's fun. Can you see the boats way out there in the water?
fine, right? Nope.
Yes.
We're going slow roads now. Yeah, but
Well, they're just looking at those bags there and they're sitting on those two chairs.
ladies and gentlemen, we are now approaching our second tower. Again, Carol's Slade is on our way down.
These big boats, man.
Where are you guys? I'll grab it. My phone's gonna go dead. So we're just gonna go to the suspension bridge and then super busy out here.
So small?
I see the van from here. Can you see the van, Ben?
Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments we're going to be exiting through.
Oh, देखो पर ही आई है पीछे।
Boats that are sitting along the water, they're fishing for the salmon that we saw, because the salmon are swimming across the shoreline looking for that flavor of water from the river, and all those little boats out there, they're all salmon fishing, right? They're all trying to catch those salmon that we saw jumping up the ladder. the left-hand side, there's a cruise ship leaving, right? You see the cruise heading out? That's Princess. Yep. You see the float plane about to fly overhead going to Victoria. The seawall below us on the left and the right, that's the pathway that goes around Stanley Park and goes around the piece of pie and goes around the finger sticking in the ocean too, right? It's a long pathway. It's not just Stanley Park. It's about 75 miles long, about 125 kilometers long.